And now on BBC One, FA Cup third round highlights as we take the road to Wembley in Match of the Day, with commentary supplied by Trevor Brooking and Barry Davis.
We'll see the 11th FA Cup final since that penalty by Tottenham's Glenn Hoddle ended Queen's Park Rangers' hopes of a first success. And here he is now again as player-manager of Swindon Town, looking to thwart them. His slightly older colleague in the England team of the 80s, Ray Wilkins, for the record they played together 19 times, would of course have other ideas. And the presence of the two will surely bring some moments of quality to this third-round tie, to which you are very welcome. Rangers choose the side which beat Everton 4-2 in the league last Monday, which means that Barker is preferred to Impey and in goal Roberts to Stayskell. And they defend a record of not having lost an FA Cup tie here at Loftus Road for 13 years. Watford in 1980 were the last successful away team. Swindon are without the experienced Colin Calderwood, who is serving a one-match suspension, and Hoddle uses the Australian Dave Mitchell, who made his reputation as a striker, to replace him in defence. He also includes both the players who played left-back during the course of this season, Kevin Horlock and the now fit again Paul Bodin. And before the start of the match, the players gathering in the centre circle as a mark of respect to Ted Croker, the former Secretary of the Football Association, who sadly died on Christmas morning. The referee is Ken Redfern. Rangers, in their usual hoops, attack the goal to our left. Mickey Hazard, who played it across. And David Kerslake gets the first clearance. Former Queen's Park Rangers player, left here in November 1989. First test that was for Mitchell. Wilkins looks up to see where Ferdinand is, who gets the header. But no test for Nicky Hammond, who started by Ray Wilkins. Goalkeeper slipped a bit too. Hoddle. Hoddle's first pass seems an appropriate moment to bring in the man alongside me, Trevor Brooking.
Well, when Glenn Hoddle's got possession, you always got to be a bit wary because he is the creator, even though he plays as sweeper. And the two midfield players, Martin Ling and Mickey Hazard, are the two that will be the creative force from that particular area, supported, of course, by the man himself from the back.
Nice turn, nice change of feet, and a corner one. First corner of the contest to the first division side. And a free kick results from it. Sean Taylor.
Yeah, two different systems, really. That's Mitchell, who's usually the striker, as we've said tonight, playing as a marker. Glenn Hoddle will sweep behind the two central markers, and then they play three in midfield and just two up front, whereas Q.P.R play a very orthodox 4-4-2.
No problems for Taylor. Sinton. Nicely spread out to Wilson. Looks for Ferdinand. They're certainly testing Mitchell in the opening stages. And the shot then was from Gary Penrice. I'm not sure that he was the better of the two players. He got underneath it. Sinton was looking for that. Might have done better, one suspects.
I think Penrice should have got it on target, definitely, but Ferdinand there, twice already in the game, has shown terrific spring and has soared above his marker, and that must be worrying Glenn Hoddle already.
Determination by Steve White. Veteran of the side, been with them 5 years, started his career at Bristol Rovers. Hoddle. Kevin Horlock is the left back who's now playing in midfield. It's a pity for Ling.
Ling is the awkward one for Queen's Park Rangers to pick up because he just comes from behind the front two. You can see him running from that deeper position. It was just knocked in a bit heavily and he couldn't quite get his first touch right, but he is a difficult one to pick up between midfield and up front.
10 minutes gone, no score. And now the goalkeeper's had a shot to save. Nicely dug out by Bardsley. Everything to the right of Clive Wilson. Played it across the line. See if he can do better this time. Sinton. Wilkins. All back bar two for Swindon. Barnsley's cross. Time for David Kerslake. Steve White. Might have gone on, but checked out instead. Maskell, White. Maskell stood still for a minute. Oof. Defection of Peacock. Craig Maskell, 19 goals to his credit. Fought by Hoddle from Reading and proved to be a very useful buy. Second corner. Hoddle to take. Maskell and White on the 6-yard line. 3 to come from further back. Taylor didn't judge the run quite right. Ferdinand. Ball was out of play. Snake at the head from Penrice, but the flag was waving quite a long time. Disappointment for Jerry Francis. Some good midfield players at this match tonight. Hoddle. Always fancied that that's how he wanted to play when he came into management as the sweeper. Great believer in the system. When you have his quality, you can understand why. British game has known few better passes. Ferdinand is away from Mitchell. Hoddle covering near post if they can pull it back. Ferdinand really ought to have made more of that. First moment of survival, really, for Swindon.
That's where they've got to get Ferdinand down the channels so as he gets one against one and isolated for David Mitchell there, and his pace took him away. But instead of actually looking up and picking out somebody else square, he tried to come inside and a bit greedy there.
Wilson, Wilkins, Early ball in for Holloway. Good chest by Huddle. White. Ricky Hazard, who attempted to find him. Down to Bowden. Oh, good challenge by McDonald. This is White. He's looking lively, but again the pass didn't quite come off. Now, White! Best chance of the match so far. Coming in the 15th minute.
An amazing gift by Ian Holloway, wasn't it? I don't know what he was trying to do, just knock it back into Ray Wilkins, intercepted by Steve White, who clear run at goal. I mean, to not get it on target was very poor.
Centre. Promising beginnings, pacey as ever. Free wait for the cross. Well won by Taylor. White. Hazard. Kerslake. Good run, early ball in, and slight hesitation, and Maskell with a chance, can't take it. Well, they thought that Roberts was going to claim that, but he didn't. And Maskell had the second opportunity for Swindon in quick succession. The early cross caused the problems. It came out to Maskell, and he, like White before him, will be disappointed not to have got that on target.
Well, two great chances being missed there. Again, it was made by Ling pulling the central defenders away, and then on his left foot, I would have thanked Maskell again to get it on target, but they've both missed it.
Wilkins. Maskell, just by his presence, forcing him to turn. Quite a lot for Rangers starting from this man. Bit of space now for Bardsley. Three going to the middle. Rangers' first corner. And was at the end of the 21st minute of the match. Donald and Peacock both forward with Ferdinand. Taylor didn't actually get it right, but was helped out by White. Oh, yes! Ferdinand takes the applause. Really crisply struck cross. And Rangers have the lead. Put it header way up above Taylor.
Great cross from Ian Holloway, and here you could see Ferdinand always going to out-jump Taylor, as he has done up to now in the match. And a terrific downward header, no chance for the goalkeeper.
There'll be a shiner in the morning, but the record books will show that he's moved into double figures in the goal-scoring stakes.
Well, he's just showed the two Swindon strikers how to put the ball in the net, hasn't he? Because they must be very frustrated. Not many times that an away side gets two such chances as they had in the first 20 minutes, but suddenly they find themselves 1-0 down.
21st minute, a good one for Rangers. Huddle didn't kill it. Played by Barker, and the goalkeeper's lost that. It's a little bit agitated. Suddenly the pressure on Swindon Town. Ran kindly Penrice, and away for the corner. went for the same ball. Mitchell's head that actually won it. Wilson. Taylor wasn't sure what he was going to do with that. Maybe out of harm's way would have been better. It's crossed in again, and it's another goal. And it's another one for Ferdinand. They hadn't recovered from the first goal. And I think that was an error not to put the ball out of play. Again, Holloway with the cross. Again, Ferdinand with the climb. And again, down and past the goalkeeper.
There's just a flurry of early crosses coming in, and Ferdinand, who's got the skill to out-jump them, is just looking so dominant.
Two goals inside 3 minutes. I think the thoughts of Colin Calderwood, who was absent through suspension, could be easily understood now. They've missed him and they were nearly missing him again.
Ferdinand's had an electrifying spell, hasn't he? Definitely living up to his hype, I think.
We're looking for him again as Andy Sinton prepares to take the corner. It's Peacock instead, and McDonald. Good stop. Alan McDonald hasn't in fact scored since the third round of '89. That was his last goal for Rangers against Manchester United here. So possibly the closest he's been. Penrice in the 6-yard area. Taylor, I'm not sure whether to come out or not. And Penrice! Superb turn. And again, no opportunity for Nicky Hammond. And recent results for Swindon Town, with too many goals against, beaten 4-2 in their last 2 matches. And we're seeing a bit why here, with Rangers taking their chances. There was hesitation here with the defence, and it was a very sweet turn, and a well-struck shot too. Offside, surely. Wilson. Wilkins. Sinton loves to drop deep for it, loves to go at people. Ferdinand. Mitchell a little bit stronger than Penrice. Hoddle, just too strong. Wilkins. Penrice and Ferdinand forward again, offside, Ferdinand. And credit to Swindon Town. Actually haven't played a match since December the 20th because of the weather. They haven't let their heads go down, have they?
No, it's important they don't concede anything more before half-time, and if at all possible, naturally, 1 goal back would make the half-time pep talk a little bit easier than it's at the moment, I would have thought, because 3-0, I mean, 3 in 5 minutes does take a lot to get it back, even with the most skillful of sides.
That's a tester. Hoddle looking calmer than surely he felt. Barker. Bardsley. Necessarily given away. And White is found by Hazard. Maskell coming in. Ling at the back of the box. He's given it too late, but it was cleared poorly. White. His timing, I think, is better than some of his colleagues. He made a good run then, but it arrived too late and he was stumbling into the ball for about the third time.
I'm sure Jerry France is delighted to be 3-0 up, but his defence has looked very shaky at times. He won't be happy with them.
Hazard. Sinton. Free kick. Sinton with a fair amount of room. Pollock, who was twisting and turning in front of him, and that's a very good save that denies McDonald. Wasn't the power of header that Ferdinand has been supplying. Gave the goalkeeper a chance, but even so he stretched well to parry away. Ferdinand, it brushed off his forehead and up and away. Early cross in, flag was up for offside.
Offside cutting that cross out, but I mean, when the ball is whipped in at pace, they do look very vulnerable. It does show the value of putting a ball in from out wide with that bit of pace, rather than as we quite often see sides who like to hang the ball up for people to come onto. That one is a bit more of a hang, and that's why McDonald quite not the power perhaps that Ferdinand's been able to, because it was quite a long way out.
Comes again, Ling. It was Horlock, rather. Here's Ling. Offside.
Well, it looks as if Swindon are going to have that frustrating 5-minute period that's going to cost them dear, isn't it? 3 goals they conceded, and they'll reflect, I'm sure, during the interval on those 2 misses by Maskell and White when it was goalless.
Wilson. Maskell. Hazard. And it was for Holloway. Pollock. A lot of running for White. Gets the better of Sinton. Inside him is Kerslake. And Ray Wilkins sorts it out. Needed the help in the end from Holloway, but he came back a long way, Ray Wilkins. Snuff out that little bit of danger. Ling. Hoddle. White. Horlock. Well played by Horlock. Maskell. Hoddle! Fine save by Roberts. Couldn't have been better struck by Glenn Hoddle, that shot. And a really good stop by the young goalkeeper. Came onto that, steamed into it, Referee slightly in his way, but he hit it truly enough. A bit too straight, if truth be told. Up goes Taylor. Mitchell, blocked on the line. It's a corner.
Swindon unlucky there. Two close opportunities. The first, a good shot from Hoddle, and then the scramble where Mitchell's shot was blocked again. One goal just before the interval would have been so important.
Thrown in with the corner from the left. Good attempt, but it's not to be for Swindon. Story of 3 quick goals. 2 of them from Ferdinand, 1 from Penrice, after 2 opportunities by White and by Maskell had been wasted by Swindon. And that means that at half-time it's Queen's Park Rangers 3, Swindon Town 0. Queen's Park Rangers, as they would see it, halfway there to being the 12th winner to emerge from this 3rd round of the FA Cup. There are 9 replays, 10 matches rearranged, and Manchester United to start tomorrow evening at home to Bury. Tony Penrice, his 7th goal of the season, added to 2 that's taken Ferdinand to 11. Hazard. Penrice with the challenge. Bowden. Lucky that arrived. Ling. Nobody really close to Kerslake. Now Ling arrives. Wilkins with him. Horlock. Hazard. Worked into space. Hoddle. Free kick challenged by Holloway. Bowden the last to touch the ball. Hazard and Hoddle both there. And Hoddle takes and strikes. Good save. And again. Really did well, did Roberts. Good reaction stuff from the Welsh goalkeeper. But again, tough on Swindon.
It was a fantastic double save, and Rangers been a bit sloppy at the opening part of the second half. Hoddle's shot taking a wicked deflection, Roberts reacting to it superbly, and as Maskell follows up, he spreads himself again.
Mitchell who got there with Taylor. Tony Roberts, who's keeping Jan Stejskal out of the side. Certainly having a couple of very good moments. Ferdinand, Sinton. Ferdinand.
It was a good move, actually. Ferdinand just stopped on his run once he saw Sinton play it inside to Penrice. Didn't realise that the ball was going to be returned to him. If he'd have kept on running, he'd have been clean through.
We've had 10 minutes of the second half. No addition to the 3-0 score. White got his body there first, and McDonald bought that. Mitchell. I'm not sure that wasn't actually the throw. Huddle. That's the best he's played, and he just couldn't get in. Referee's right. Kerslake, who tried to get round the back. Then Huddle has gone to make a point to the referee. But I think that was inadvertent. There was an extra flip of the leg from Kerslake, which may have been costly to him. Has to be intent. Up goes Taylor, but wide.
Swindon just lacking that bit of fortune to get the first goal. Once they get that first goal, they'll know they're straight back in the game. But on this particular occasion, great double save this coming up by Roberts. The first one, and then the second follow-up, there he was again, certainly earning his place.
Taylor. Horlock. Hazard. Bowden. Horlock. It's a good strike! Good save! It was swerving viciously. He's made some telling saves in this second half.
Good shot by young Herlock. He used to be at my old club West Ham as a youngster. Got into the side when Bowden got injured, and now in midfield today.
Comes Mitchell. Out to Sinton. Wilkins. Penrice. Ferdinand down the middle. And it's Ling back to cover the run.
Vital interception. But the highlight for Rangers for me this evening has been their early crosses. That's what's made them so dangerous.
Rangers' 7th corner. Swindon have had 11. Not away, Ferdinand. Swindon currently in 9th place in the First Division. Position puts them on the fringe of the promotion battle. Certainly a side which enjoys playing. Off Hoddle. Good save by the goalkeeper. I think the manager might tap him on the head and thank him for that.
I don't think that was a goal Glenn Hoddle was looking for. Miss-hit shot really by Ferdinand, just clipped Hoddle's ankle. And he adjusted well, didn't he, Hammond, there? As you can see, coming off the left foot, it was definitely going in.
Certainly more fingers than hand. Turned it away. Up by Peacock. Free kick. Ling and Horlock again. Once again, here's Ling. Barnsley, excellent tackle. Wilkins. Barker. Sinton. Good stuff from Rangers. Wilkins hoped for a moment, feel for handball, but the ball came up to hit Mitchell. Referee right again in my book. Hazard. Bit of space now for Swindon. Bowden, end-to-end stuff. Header by Peacock. It's really entertaining to watch, but the problem with the match is that for all the good football that Swindon have played, there's no real suggestion yet that they're going to get back into the match. They have to get on the score sheet to put a bit of extra doubt in Rangers' minds. There's a certain amount of doubt among their supporters. Now Clive Wilson. Sinton makes the run. Murray started to move forward and arrived a little late. And he's very unlucky. Is Ian Holloway. They got caught out then, Swindon. And Murray's just come on, he started to go forward, didn't get back in time. And the goalkeeper rooted the spot as the ball went the wrong side of the post from Holloway's point of view.
Sinton, good cross again, just pulled it back a bit, which meant Holloway was coming back out, couldn't quite direct it on target. But again, a good example of early crossing.
It really would have been tough on Swindon if they'd have conceded a fourth then. And the youngster in trouble once again. That was just awkward by Les Ferdinand. Mistake by Taylor. Appeal for offside, not given. Wilkins in the chase, Wilkins and Hoddle together. They haven't been much together during the course of the match. Murray's head. Hazard. Ling. Somerville. Machinley got up again. Hazard. White. Still keeping Rangers guessing. Oh. Still in play. Peacock, not a good header. Huddle is in the area, gets up for it. Loses out to McDonald. Sinton saves the corner.
Well, if there's any justice, they will score. I mean, they have played so well, and here they are, 3-0 down still.
Hazard. An injection of pace from the pass. And try again, Kerslake. Goal kick. Lou McCurry, Brian Horton among the watchers. We'll both be knowing that Swindon will have something to say about the outcome from the First Division on the strength of this performance. But Glenn Huddle had the budget to tighten a couple of areas that might need the tightening, because their football would grace a higher level. Bowden. 3 others in the box with him. Must be surely good defending by Wilson. But what have they got to do to score? Excellent play by Bowden. Wilson just doing enough on the far post to deny Mitchell.
They've conceded a few goals in the last few weeks, which has drifted them down to 9th place. But I mean, if they keep playing like this, they've got to have a say in that promotion battle. I mean, they have been a joy to watch, haven't they?
Back they come again. Barker. Wilkins. Wilson. Coming inside, there's no width now to the left. Challenged by Taylor. And they play it out again. Can't remember the ball once being whacked away. That's beautifully taken by Ling. He's got Mitchell up to help. You feel like crying for them.
I'm not sure if it was a cross or a shot. In the end, it didn't end up to be either, did it? A great break from midfield. I mean, if anyone deserves a goal, it's this player, Ling. He looks across as well. He knows somebody's in the middle, but I'm pretty sure that was a shot, and he just dragged it across, and it didn't end up to be either.
Mitchell. Ling. Good save again. Smile on the face of the would-be scorer. But another save by Roberts. Wilson. Bardsley. Murray. A much better second half, Mickey Hazard. Bowden. Good header. But inevitably, the wrong side of the post.
We just feel it's not going to be another good cross, this time by Bowden. Steve White flicking it on, but always just beyond that far post.
Comes out to Holloway. Wilkins to Sinton. Ferdinand. Pass by the player manager behind David Kerslake. Well, Trevor, in the statistical column, it's going to say Queen's Park Rangers 3, Swindon Town 0. But it will have told very little of the story of the contest, except the outcome.
Well, just that 5-minute spell, an electrifying spell, to be honest, and well done to Les Ferdinand for it. But either side of that, and particularly in the second half, considering a side 3-0 down, a lot of heads would have gone down in most sides, but they've kept playing their football, Swindon. Been a thoroughly entertaining game. I wouldn't mind seeing a match like this every week. And it's, I think, all credit to them, Swindon, that let's hope they can get back into that first division promotion race, because it's been an excellent game, and they definitely deserve to have got on the score sheet.
Ling. Chase for Mitchell. Peacock equal to it. Wilkins. Use a little tidying job, turning defence into attack. Holloway. Wilkins once more. Impey. Early cross, but for nobody in particular. Wilson. Wilkins. Bardsley. Now playing the time that Mr. Redfern is allowing for stoppages. Holloway. Some of his clearance. Rangers ending in possession, ending on top. And Bardsley's shot is the last of the match. Jerry Francis takes his team, Queen's Park Rangers, into round 4. 2 of the goals coming from Les Ferdinand, the other from Gary Penrice. A thoroughly entertaining contest, and Glenn Hoddle can hold his head up high, as indeed can all the members of his side. They battle manfully to come back from conceding 3 goals in that electrifying 5-minute spell. But on this occasion, the word battling meant they did so by playing good football and asked many a question of Queen's Park Rangers and had absolutely no luck at all. Final score, Queen's Park Rangers 3, Swindon Town 0. Glenn, it was wonderful to watch, but you lost.
Oh yes, very frustrating the fact that we haven't gone 2 goals up before they scored. If you get chances 12 yards out with not many people left in the goal, then you don't take them, then there's every likelihood you can get punished, especially if you're playing against the Premier side. But I was impressed with the way we just kept playing. Even at 3-0, we said at half-time, we're not going to die, we're not going to change our principles, and we kept creating chances after chances in the second half, and it's the story of our lives at the moment. You know, one given week we're going to hammer somebody. A lot of good football played, it was a good match. They've got 3 good quality crosses in, I must say that, and they've finished them well. Perhaps we give them a little bit too much time to get the crosses in. End of the day, we've played exceptionally well as a side, but ended up 3-0 losers.
And in 5 minutes, they did what you promised to do for most of the other 85 minutes, but didn't quite do.
Yeah, it's a cruel game sometimes, you know, very cruel. I think that's the way modern day football's played nowadays. Sometimes, you know, the team with less possession end up winning matches. That's how Denmark won the European Championships. Perhaps we've got to think about that, but we've been in some we've performed like that all right through last year and this year. And I believe it's the right way to play. If somebody had said to me, well, good side, pretty side, good passing team, but you never create anything, and that's not the case. We create chance after chance. We've got to start sticking it in and punishing teams.
Well, I hope you'll agree that for the neutral, it was wonderful entertainment. From all of us here at Loftus Road, good night.
That's after a whole series of near misses by Swindon.
Steve White missed Swindon's first chance, high, wide, certainly not handsome. Within minutes, Swindon wasted an even better chance. Who'd have thought Craig Maskell could miss that opening? Swindon's defensive weaknesses showed under an aerial bombardment. Ian Holloway, Les Ferdinand, 1-0. 3 minutes later, Holloway again, Ferdinand again, 2-0. A minute later, it's all over. Gary Penrice, 3-0. It then became Swindon against goalkeeper Tony Roberts. Glenn Hoddle's fierce drive palmed wide. Then an incredible double save.
3-0. David Passmore reports.
It was Swindon's defence without Colin Calderwood, which was thought to be suspect, but Q.P.R. defensive errors could have given Swindon 3 early goals. Craig Maskell's attempt was deflected. Steve White then shot way over the bar with only the keeper to beat. Then top scorer Maskell again missed. He had the easiest of chances, but shot wide. Then Q.P.R. showed Swindon how it should be done. In Holloway, cross for Les Ferdinand. 3 minutes later, Ferdinand did it again. Again, Holloway with the cross. And Swindon's vulnerability in the air was being exposed. The third came from former Bristol Rovers player Gary Penrice. He turned swiftly to shoot past Hammond. 3 goals in 5 minutes and Swindon were in trouble. Player-manager Glenn Hoddle tried his best to get his side back into the game with a well-struck shot here. Time and time again, Swindon were unlucky. Hoddle's long-range free kick was saved, and then Maskell's follow-up shot was blocked. Q.P.R. keeper Tony Roberts producing 2 fine saves. He was even knocked over by Horlock's long-range effort, but it just wasn't Swindon's night.